a notice has been pasted at Chidambaram's residence, former Finance Minister P Chidambaram's residence. That's the notice from the Central Bureau of Investigation. Remember, the CBI and ED officials are present at Chidambaram's residence after Delhi High Court rejected his anticipatory bail plea in INX Media case. Let's read out for you what this notice says, which has been pasted at Chidambaram's residence in the national capital. It says, it basically asks Mr. Chidambaram to appear before the agency within 2 hours of the receipt of this notice for the purpose of investigation of the case. So 2 hours given to Mr. Chidambaram to appear before the Central Bureau of Investigation. This notice right now pasted outside Chidambaram's residence. This after 4 CBI officials reached Chidambaram's residence just minutes ago. Remember, 1 CBI and 2 ED officials already present there. 4 CBI officials reached there and pasted this notice at Chidambaram's residence. NDTV's Arvind has been tracking minute-to-minute details of this story. He joins me live from Chidambaram's residence now. Arvind, tell us what's happening there.
Rohit, exactly at around 7 p.m. Bulletin, we reported this, that if the Central Bureau of Investigation, if they couldn't find him, locate him, then they also might paste this notice at his residence asking him to appear before the agency officials to join the probe. Exactly, the Central Bureau of Investigating officials have done the same thing. Now they have pasted the notice under section 161 of CRPC asking him to appear before the agency officials to join this probe. This notice has been served by the investigating officer, that is Parthasarathy, because they couldn't locate P Chidambaram. That's why they have pasted this at his residence. So within 2 hours, P Chidambaram should appear before the agency officials. So if he fails to appear before the agency officials, if he fails to comply with this notice, then CBI might use this as another ground for to challenge his bail plea when it comes before Supreme Court tomorrow. So they would be adding this, saying that we served him notice, but he did not comply with notice, which shows that he is non-cooperative, but he is also evasive. So these 2 grounds, Central Bureau of Investigation might take in Supreme Court hearing tomorrow. So that's why they are going as per their legal procedure. Whenever we ask them, CBI, every time we ask them, CBI told us that we would proceed as per law. So they did not commit us whether they are going to arrest him outrightly or anything, but they clearly mentioned that we would be proceeding as per law. Again, as per law, they have come and they have stuck the notice asking to appear before the agency officials within 2 hours. So we have to wait and watch what will be the next step of CBI. But CBI is very cautious. They are moving as per law and they have served him notice to appear before the agency officials within 2 hours.
Arvind, how many officials of the probe agencies are there at Chidambaram's residence at the moment?
Rohit, 3 officials are still inside. 4 officials from CBI's Economic Offence Unit 2, Economic Offence Unit 4 of Economic Offence Branch 2 in Delhi. They came, they stuck this notice at his residence and they have left. So 3 officials are still inside. And what we are hearing is that similar notice will also be pasted at the other residence, which is another official residence of P Chidambaram in Lodi Road also, but we have not yet got confirmation from CBI. But this notice they have pasted at Jorbagh residence of P Chidambaram, and 3 officials are still inside.
All right, Arvind. Arvind, reporting there. Stay with us, Arvind. So that's the breaking news right now, that Chidambaram has been given 2 hours to appear before the CBI. The CBI has pasted a notice at his house. Remember, the CBI and the ED officials, soon after his anticipatory bail plea was rejected by the Delhi High Court, the officials of the probe agencies landed at his residence, but they did not find him there. Now this notice been pasted at Chidambaram's New Delhi residence, saying that appear before the CBI within 2 hours. Now, in the Supreme Court, the team of lawyers have moved the Supreme Court, challenging the High Court decision of rejecting the anticipatory bail plea. That matter is coming up before the Supreme Court in the morning on Wednesday. Arvind, tell us, what's the strategy of Mr. Chidambaram's team of lawyers going to be on Wednesday morning when this matter comes up before the Supreme Court?
Chidambaram's legal team is very clear. They are saying that we mentioned before Supreme Court, we are still to use one of our legal remedy, that is challenging the High Court order before Supreme Court. They are saying that we have not exhausted all our legal remedies. We still have a legal remedy to move Supreme Court, and we have availed that legal remedy. So that is the stand of P Chidambaram, and that's why they moved before the Supreme Court. They approached the Supreme Court registrar asking for an urgent hearing for his plea, but Supreme Court turned it down outrightly, saying that we can't allow you for the mentioned urgent hearing today itself. But they asked him to come and approach the senior judge in Supreme Court tomorrow, because Chief Justice of India will be heading the Constitution bench which is hearing the Ayodhya case. So Chidambaram legal team will be moving Supreme Court tomorrow before the senior judge will be mentioning their plea, asking the Supreme Court to take their matter on an urgent basis. So that's their strategy. But CBI is also moving very smartly. They are also moving very carefully, because Supreme Court earlier in the judgment they said that before arresting a person there should be three tests. One, a person flight risk, a person is escaping. Second, a person is trying to influence the case. Third, a person is non-cooperative. So these three are the tests that should be kept in mind by the investigating agencies before arresting a person. So in the same manner, CBI is building this case, saying that, see, we served him notice as per law, but he did not comply to the notice. We could not find him, so he is non-cooperative, he is evasive. So we are proceeding as per law. We did not move outrightly to arrest him, but we issued him notice as per law, but he didn't comply with it. So this might be the argument of CBI tomorrow in Supreme Court, while P Chidambaram legal team are saying that they are yet to avail their last legal complete in Supreme Court.
Arvind, also the Delhi High Court had pretty strong words in its order rejecting the anticipatory bail plea of Mr Chidambaram. Give us the details of that order.
Delhi High Court was rejecting P Chidambaram's anticipatory bail. They went into the merits of the case. They said that the case is a strong case on prima facie.
All right, we'll try and reconnect to Arvind, who's been reporting from Chidambaram's residence through the evening. Remember, the Delhi High Court rejected his anticipatory bail plea in the INX Media case. Now, the ED officials and the CBI officials are there at Chidambaram's residence in the national capital. They did not find him there. They reached in the evening there after his anticipatory bail plea was cancelled. Now, a notice pasted on Chidambaram's residence asking him to appear before the CBI within 2 hours. That's the notice that you can see on your screens, which the CBI officials have pasted on Chidambaram's residence, to giving him a 2-hour deadline to appear before the CBI. Now, the Chidambaram's team of lawyers have moved the Supreme Court against this Delhi High Court order of the cancellation of the anticipatory bail plea. And the Chief Justice, in fact, asked Chidambaram's team of lawyers to mention this matter before the senior-most judge on Wednesday morning. So that plea, that matter is also going to come up before the Supreme Court on Wednesday. Arvind is with us. Arvind, tell us what's happening at Mr. Chidambaram's residence right now.
Rohit, after the Delhi High Court order, a team from CBI and also Enforcement Directorate reached Chidambaram's residence to serve him a summons to asking him to join the probe. But because they couldn't locate Chidambaram, the agency officials left. Only 3 officials are still inside, 1 from CBI and 2 from Enforcement Directorate. This is what our sources are saying. Now, a few minutes ago, 4 officials from Central Bureau of Investigations, Economic Offence Branch, they came to Chidambaram's residence and they have stuck a notice at his residence asking him to appear before the agency officials within 2 hours from this notice. So this notice has been served by the Central Bureau of Investigations investigating officer, that is Parthasarathy, who is heading this case. So the notice clearly asks P Chidambaram to appear before the agency officials within 2 hours. This notice has been served under section 161 of CRPC. So Central Bureau of Investigation is moving very carefully in this case. They are taking one after another legal step before taking the final coercive step, that is arresting a person. So in this case, the CBI has finally stuck this notice at his residence asking him to appear before the agency officials within 2 hours. So we have to wait and watch what Chidambaram team will be doing, Chidambaram and his legal team will be doing after this notice. Rohit.